Hey everybody, good morning. Wake up, rise and shine, as my mother used to say. You got a day to do. You got a day to do, my darlings. So I am going to I have felt since the Mercury retrograde, I've been talking a lot about this on the channel, about, everybody getting their ass kicked, and I've been hearing it loud and clear from you guys. So I want to emphasize today, I would like to emphasize Venus and Sagittarius, okay? Especially on the twin flame journey, because Venus and Sagittarius, Venus is the Empress. And Venus is one of the cards when I do a tarot reading about the twin flame journey. Venus, the Empress, is one of the indicators that we're on the path, or that we're heading toward love. We're heading toward internal union with ourselves. The Empress in a lot of decks is pregnant, and that is, in my view, pregnant with possibilities, pregnant with optimism, pregnant with new things happening, things that are yet unseen, right? We don't know what's going on here yet, to a degree, but when the birth happens, then things will move forward in that way. So a lot of this journey is going on internally, as you well know. A lot of it's going on internally. The Empress is a card in the Major Arcana of the Tarot deck, and it is the Major Arcana is really the hero's journey, Joseph Campbell's hero's journey. Basically, when you pull the Empress in a reading, you're seeing the possibilities are being nurtured for this union, for this experience. So we talk a lot about that in the tarot class, and that's one of the things that I work on, is helping people see all of the different possibilities of how tarot is informing them of what's going on in their life, reading the energies of what's going on in their lives. So I invite you to take the tarot class. The link is below if you want to take the tarot class and start to read. Sort of, I don't know if this is unique or anything. I doubt it's unique, but it is something that, to me is helpful to understand the storytelling way of reading tarot, and that's what I teach. So anyway, let's talk about the twin flame journey today. So I'm going to pull a couple of sacred traveler cards, Denise Lynn's sacred traveler cards. I'm going to pull a couple for the divine feminine, a couple for the divine masculine. I'm going to also use her sacred destiny oracle. This is a brand new deck that one of my awesome tarot class people sent me, Sacred Destiny. So I want to use that. I got that a while ago, so I want to make sure I use it. Thank you for all the lovely gifts, all the beautiful notes, the lovely comments. I am overwhelmed by your kindness, and so much love to you guys. Much love. All right, so let's see what's going on. Our intention here is to help us feel the energy of the twin flame journey, help us be on the path that we are destined to be on, and help us, sort of understand what's going on. So let's do divine feminine here. Okay, a couple cards for divine feminine. These are very thick cards. Vast vistas. Expand your horizons. That's interesting. Distant thunder. Clear the air. Ascending the mountain. All right, so divine feminines, I'm doing a reading, or not a reading, I'm doing a video today about the divine purpose of fear. And what I'm seeing here is you have bigger fish to fry if you're if you're in a comfort zone right now, or if you're feeling pushed out of that comfort zone right now. You're not alone, okay? A lot of us are feeling pushed out of our comfort zone because you have bigger fish to fry here, okay? Ascending the mountain. It's time to really face the fear. It's time to really, expand out of that into courage and bravery. Into courage and bravery. I will do a how-to video on that for the other channel. Okay. It is about shifting into the feeling of safety, even when you see distant thunder, even when you see that you'll be ascending the mountain. Okay. This is about also not getting too far down in the what is my divine masculine doing. Instead, it's reading the energies of what's going on, which we'll do in a second here. It's reading the energies of what's going on with the divine masculine and understanding that that's also part of your challenge, because coming together internally in union with yourself, being 100% whole, being healing. You can't be completely healed. That's what this whole life is for. But the process of healing is important in and of itself, okay? Just to have that process of healing going on, to have that energy to expand out of fear into more of a feeling of I am safe. The universe is got my back. Everything is always working out for me. Helps you move into courage, helps you move into that place and do what you're needing to do. Take the action steps you're needing to take, and understanding that the universe has your back. Okay? The universe right now is pushing the divine feminine to get bigger. Okay? Venus in Sagittarius is expansive energy. Sagittarian energy is optimism, is the feeling of I can do anything. It is gratitude. It is generosity. It is sharing information that, because Sagittarian energy is philosophical energy. It is about sharing ideas, thought processes, ways of thinking about things, helping other people to expand their own consciousness. Okay, that is what this Sagittarian energy is. And with Venus in there, it is about coming from the heart chakra, pure and simple. There are challenges on this path. You no doubt know that, correct? You have bigger fish to fry. So it's sort of like taking a quantum leap. You're about to take a quantum leap. Divine Feminines. You're about to take a quantum leap, and you're going to be moving through some challenges by expanding your consciousness, by shifting into the belief systems that are going to support this. And that is what we're doing here on this channel and the other channel, Souls on Fire. That's what we're trying to do here, is to expand your current mode of thinking is too small. The box is too small. The box needs to get bigger. And, I just have this little metaphor in my head. For any of you gardeners out there, especially internal gardeners, meaning not internal gardeners, but yeah, you're internal gardeners too, in the house gardeners, potted plants. They can be outside or inside, but potted plants. When you move a potted plant from one pot to another, the idea is just to expand the pot just a small amount. If you expand it too much, the plant is stressed by that, right? Can you see the metaphor in your own life? If you expand the pot too fast, then you're, sort of lost, right? You need your bearings. So every time you expand the pot in which you are planted, it's going to take some transition time for you to get your bearings. The challenges will be bigger because the pot is bigger, the stage is bigger. The challenges, therefore, will then be bigger. So there's plenty of people on this planet who choose to get small because when they see their purpose, or they see their the opportunities, they see the expansive nature, they have fear around whether they can do it or not. They have fear around whether they're big enough or worthy enough, okay? All of these things we are talking about on this channel, all of these things about understanding your self-worth and value. That's why when you do the pot just a little bit bigger, it's not that it's a bite-sized piece. It's always got to be big enough to incorporate all that you're trying to grow into, but not so big that you lose your bearings. So I remember 2 years ago when I was first sort of, my journey started back in 1997, but it wasn't until 2008 and then again in 2016 that I became more conscious of that journey, and even that there was a community around this or talking about it. And so when in 2016, when I sort of began this ascent onto this particular mountain where I am right now on a little plateau here, looking at the peak, right? Looking straight up. It's straight up. And that's like, wow, super challenging, right? How can I do that? Up until now, the mountain has been sort of gracious, sort of accepting. And now you get higher into that atmosphere. The air gets thinner. There's more challenges. It's more straight up or jagged rock or cold, the temperature, right? As you get up into these higher realms, as you get bigger, the challenges get bigger. So like I was saying, 2 years ago, I was speaking with my friend Mel, who is, he has another channel on the YouTube called Gold Ray Twin Flame. And he does a lot of stuff very specific to twin flame ascension. He and I have talked several times. I actually did my podcast number 1 that I still have to work on. That's one more thing on the list, right? We were talking about the ascension process, and the idea that it gets easier is really your mind trying to keep you in a box. Because he said to me, if you understood your true mission on this planet, you wouldn't do it because it's too big, right? The pot was too big right away. So what I have done is created a process for myself where I'm expanding the pot, I'm filling the space, I'm expanding the pot, I'm filling the space, right? And that is what I recommend for you. But what happens is each time you expand the pot, it gets scarier. There's fear. So learning to move out of that fear, or learning to see that fear as a gift. Learning to see that fear as a gift. I think you're going to want to check out that video on Souls on Fire is the other channel. So it is about understanding that fear is a opportunity. Fear is a way of being. You can look at it differently. It's all in your perception of how you're looking at fear. If you're looking at fear and you want to get smaller, if you're looking at fear and you want to stay stuck because it's safer, right? If you're looking at, and it's not safer. Going backward is the most dangerous thing you can do because there's no opportunity back there anymore. There's no opportunity back there. The only way out is through. The only way out is forward. Out. Out to where? This is a process. Twin flame journey is a process. So you guys are now expanding into your vast vistas. Some of you may feel, especially with the Scorpio new moon energy, some of you may, and the Mercury in retrograde in Scorpio, some of you may feel rather unmoored. Okay, feeling like the pot is too big, but you can do it. Fear is that divine gift that says, keep going. All it means is you're getting outside your comfort zone. That's all it means. Okay? So the divine masculine here. Divine masculine. Mystic healer. Solitude. No kidding. Cleansing waters. This person is undergoing a lot of healing right now. It could be from an actual guide, or could be coming from you in terms of your energy. As you get bigger, they're feeling that energy as a healing energy. They're in the hermit phase of their ascension. This is why you're not, I'm getting water. This is why you're not hearing from them. Okay? You think you're not, but they are absolutely 100% connected to you in the sense that this healing energy is coming from. That's the birthing. That's the Empress. That's the birthing here. You're sort of healing this person through your own pushing through fear, pushing through challenge, being in courage and having bravery through whatever challenges you're dealing with. Health challenges, financial challenges, career challenges, whatever they are. It's inspirational. It's almost like they're the baby in the Empress right now. Pretty quiet in there, but healing. Very healing. You, as always, the divine feminine energy, as always, leads the path. And there may be in the future here, let me just do this. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Excuse me. I've never used this deck. You just watched me open the box. I've never used this deck before. I keep all the boxes. I like to have the energy flowing. So the boxes are all in a cabinet, but I like to have the cards here as I'm doing readings. Lots of different decks. So let's get a couple for the union. So we got divine feminine, divine masculine. Let's get a couple for the union, and then I will do a reading about what is upcoming in this Venus and Sagittarian energy. Opportunity. You see that new moon? See the darkness in the trees? This is about changing your definition of what opportunity looks like. Again, flow. Very watery cards, moon cards, very feminine energy here. Truth. I'm going to read some of these because they're really interesting to me. Simplicity. That's so beautiful. So let's take a look at this. Come here, book. The opportunity here. Move through the pine trees. An occasional owl hoot and the song of a solo coyote punctuates the stillness of a forest as a traveler walks through the pines. Light from a waning moon filters down through the canopy of needles and cascades across the forest floor. Sometimes the trees obscure the moon, but sometimes its illumination clearly shows the path ahead. Pines are one of the most ancient we're talking about plants again, growth, right? Pines are one of the most ancient plant genera on the planet. They have existed nearly 3 times longer than all flowering plant species. Because most pines stay green all winter, they traditionally represent longevity, immortality, fertility, health, and abundance. The moon and her gossamer glow represents the feminine and receptive side of life. Just as the moon receives and reflects the light of the sun, symbolically, the moon represents receiving the goodness of the universe flowing to you. So part of that flow is abundance. Part of that flow is being accepting of the flow that's coming toward you. That's a very feminine thing. These are very masculine cards, right? The distance thunder, ascending the mountain, right? That's a masculine energy. The masculine energy has very feminine cards here, moonlight cards about being in the womb, about the healing, about the solitude and the cleansing. So you see, you're taking on some masculine energy here. Excuse me. And the masculine's taking on some feminine. There's something here about the truth. I want to see that. That's important, no doubt. Truth. Here you are. Song of the Wind. Wind is the realm of the air elements, one of the 4 elements of life: air, water, fire, earth. Air, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, for those of you keeping score at home. Air takes the form of oxygen, the oxygen we breathe, as well as the breezes and zephyrs. It also represents our communication skills. When we speak, it is the air that passes through our mouths that allows us to speak and communicate. Wind is also prana. the source of life. As you communicate your truth to yourself and others, you'll find new energy and vitality emerging within your life. This is about being honest with yourself and speaking from your heart, finding your truth, listening for what is most sincere and honest in others. One of the most difficult things to know is what is true for you and what isn't. Sometimes it takes sincere silence to find your inner voice of truth. Solitude for the masculine. But once you find it, let go of anything in your life that isn't authentic. Share your truth with others. Release relationships in which you can't be yourself and can't be real. Being genuine can allow your spirit to fly and the song of your soul to be heard in the universe. Simplicity. So right now, while you are taking on bigger challenges here because you've already found your truth, your voice, now you're ready to move it out into the world, helping other people find their voice. That's one of the purposes of Twin Flame, is the energy of holding the lantern for others. That's important. The masculine is moving into is in their feminine hermit phase here of being very internal. So allowing for that. It's a healing thing. It's a very healing thing. So I'm going to clean this up and do a reading based on where we're going here in this Sagittarian, this Venus and Sagittarian energy. This is so beautiful. This is just like, so in silence, peace prevails. This is about you expanding your horizons and allowing the feminine energy. You have found your truth. You have found your flow. Simplicity. It's not more complicated than what it looks. It's exactly as it appears. This person is quiet right now. There's a reason for it. Okay? Allowing that to be. Allowing that to be. Okay. So thank you for watching that piece. That is really cool. We're going to do a regular reading now to expand into where are we going, Venus in Sag energy. I want to just pretty much pinpoint it for the rest of this year. This is the last 2 months of the decade. Okay, I know. Does that freak you out to hear that? It freaks me out. This is the last 2 months of the decade. It is time. I did put a video up on Soulful Revolution channel. I believe on the other channel too, Souls on Fire, talking about expanding your spiritual work and creating abundance with that spiritual work. So if you'd like to join that class, the link is below for you. I'd love to have you. I do feel like this is the important time to do this kind of work to help people expand into their abundance creation around the work that you're here to do, right? You're here to shine a light. Where's this, right? You're here, Divine Feminines, to shine a light for others. And so allow me to help you with that. Allow me to help you, okay? If you'd like to work with me, there's a link below. I would sincerely love that to happen. Okay, so let's see. What is going on here between now and the end of the year for the Twin Flame? I will do a lot more Twin Flame readings this year, but I just want to look at this specifically in the Venus in Sagittarian energy, because we'll be moving into the Sagittarian new moon, which we'll do live readings around at the end of November. Also, I am going to be doing some lives with the Illust Illuminator. I think this one's on her channel, so if you want to come and join us, we'll be talking, and we'll be doing that this Thursday night, 7 p.m. or no, 3 p.m. Eastern. She's in Amsterdam, so it's going to be in the afternoon, but it'll be on the Illust Illuminator tarot channel on YouTube. Next week, I'll be doing a live with Barbara Goldsmith. She is the amazing astrologer, channeler. Love her so much. She's a lovely Brit, and she lives in Greece, which is so cool. So we'll be doing that in the middle of the day too, to allow for the time change so we can both be live together. That's going to be Monday, Veterans Day. And Monday, the class starts for building your spiritual business. So if you want to jump on that, the link is below. Okay, I'm done shuffling now. Okay, so let's see here. All right. Anchor, in the past, some very heavy burdens on you here. Light and dark. This is always like clouds have silver lining, gathering storm about things, knowing that things are changing. Okay, things are changing, moving ahead. There is going to be a decision coming up for you. Okay, there is going to be a decision. I'm going to do this from the divine feminine perspective here, and I will ask specific questions about the divine masculine. But since most of you are divine feminine, that's what this reading is for. Okay, so let's see about this. You could also be unanchoring yourself from things that seemed comfortable, your comfort zone, jobs, relationships, moving. Some of you could actually be moving physically. Okay, and it's sort of like it's not just light and dark, it's the combination of those two things. It's a bittersweet movement forward. Some things are going to have to be let go of. Okay, some things are going to have to be let go of, and that's going to require courage. Yeah, right underneath worry, concern about what's ahead. There you are, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Death, Three of Wands. Yeah, moving up vast vistas. High Priestess, you have the capability to be doing all of this new stuff. I feel like the biggest thing that holds you back is your own mindset, that you're not ready. Okay, your own mindset. It seems bigger, right? It seems huge where you're going. Take it one step at a time, my darlings. Yep. Dream big. Dream big. Check it out. Ten of Pentacles. Wow. All right, King of Pentacles, King of Wands, Eight of Swords. So I feel like you're keeping yourself small. And you have been manifesting this new opportunity around your work. This is around your work. This is the message from the universe this is going to require work from you. Absolutely. Some Virgo energy here. Going to require some effort. Coming at it. Here's the advice here. Coming at it from a learner's mind, coming at it from a brand new perspective. Like, okay, yes, I have all these skills, all these talents, all these capabilities. I might need to learn something new. I might need to put my heart into it. I might need to look at it from a child's perspective. More creative energy is needed. Because here's the thing. I don't know if you know this, but you are up on the mountain. Okay, Six of Wands is when you overcome some challenges. The Seven of Wands is when you're beating off the other people you're beating them back. Other people who are trying to harsh your buzz, trying to take you down. Other people who are trying to screw with your mind, okay? And in terms of your path. And you're really this is kind of like defending yourself a little bit when you're moving down a road that other people in your life maybe don't understand, or other, colleagues, friends, whatever, right? I was talking yesterday with a friend of mine who was an old friend of mine who's recently come back into my life. And I was joking with him that I had to get rid of all my Ann Taylor clothes when I started reading tarot on YouTube. And he was like, why'd you have to get rid of your Ann Taylor clothes? I'm like, well, I guess I really didn't, because my style hasn't really changed that much. But I thought I had to divest myself of an old persona that I had created. And that's kind of true. I created a persona that worked in television news, that worked on, in New York City and marketing, that kind of person. I got rid of that person, right? But I took the skills and the key learnings over the course of that lifetime that serve me now. Nothing wrong with that, right? I earned it. I earned those skills. So this is when you have earned some skills. You have earned this place up on the hill, and these other people are trying to knock you down. Some of them are jealous. Some of them are upset that you're leaving them. Some of them see it's a reflection of their own inability to move out of resistance to growth. And you're reminding them. by expanding. So you're going to trigger some people, and other people, new people, will be drawn to you. Just like all you guys on the channel will be drawn to you because they're also on that journey. They're seeing that as a positive thing. You're going to be dealing with some people who see it as a negative thing for themselves. It's very selfish of them to be trying to knock you off your path because this is your divine path, okay? Hopes and fears, hopes that this is your divine path. The High Priestess says, yes, you have achieved a level of that high path, okay? But there's more to come. That's only number 2 in Major Arcana, right? You have to keep moving forward. So, how we got here. Death. Going through that Scorpio new moon, going through that Mercury in retrograde in Scorpio. So this says to me, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is Scorpio time will be ending November 20th. So all the things that are going on inside. Remember the Empress we talked about at the beginning of the reading, the Empress. All the things that are going on inside that you're manifesting and everything are going to come out when Sagittarius shows up November 21st, okay? Venus is in Sagittarius. It is just this culmination of the birthing of the things you're trying to bring to the world, the gifts you're trying to bring to the world. Remember? Because there's some people kind of trying to resist you on that. There's some stuff happening in that Mercury retrograde that is making you worry. Okay? And you're feeling like you're doing way too much work for the amount of return you're getting. That's for sure, right? You're feeling like you're going up a hill and you're only in first or second gear. So you're, right? Trying to, this is a lot of heavy duty effort that you're putting in. Okay? And staying in the mindset of this is what will help. Okay? Staying in this mindset of High Priestess and Star, that is what will truly help you. Because you're not getting bogged down in the fact that, oh, this is so much heavy work. Oh my God. Because you're seeing the bigger spiritual purpose for it, right? Right? I don't have any children, but all y'all who've had babies, you can attest to this. All the things that you go through in the gestation phase, and then the baby comes out, and then all the things you go through to birth them into life, when they're 18 or 20, right? All the things then you have to go through, right? This is a process. But every day that human being is taking shape in front of you, every day that you're teaching and you're helping and supporting and guiding, every day that you're doing that, this human being is creating a new reality around their life. Their gifts are coming to the world. You're shining the light for that person growing up. Total body chills on that one. You're doing that. So this is a very important part, the Empress, and then we talk about the High Priestess, the feminine energy here. This is a very important part of birthing this, when we talk about the divine partnership, that's what you're doing here. You're birthing the connection. Once the baby comes out, once the union happens with another external person in the 3D, but in reality, you guys are connected. You guys are spiritually one. So when this person comes out and is into the world, in their higher consciousness, in their knowing, in their mission, right? Then is it like, okay, that's when the real work begins, right? Ascending the mountain. The real work is going to begin soon. There's a lot of union. That feels to me like there's a lot of union here. For those of you who aren't in a union yet, you are. Okay, stop. You are. You are. Even if in the 3D, because that's not the purpose here. Try to see the bigger picture here. This Aquarian space of twin flame energy is about healing unhealthy love patterns, unhealthy ways of being in the world, unhealthy energies. But that's all the gestation phase. Once you do that, once you get to a certain level of consciousness, then the real work begins. And with the divine masculine here, you are manifesting something brand new in the world, something tangible, okay? Something tangible for yourself. That is putting in a lot of effort right now. You're not seeing, but boom, the baby is going to be born. This is on many layers. The baby is born to you through your work, through your way of being in the world, through your teaching, through your guide, whatever your spiritual work is here on the planet, whatever that is what's being born. A second part of that metaphor, the connection with the divine masculine, that is also being born. And I'm going to blow your mind a little bit here, but for some of you who have asked questions about, can the divine masculine walk away from this? Can they really? Yes, they have freedom, free will. They have free will. Why couldn't I figure that? They have free will here, because when people come to this planet, when souls come to this planet, part of the deal is we forget who we are, and we spend the process of our entire lives remembering who we are. So for many of you, your experience is the divine masculine has completely forgotten who they are, right? And you're being in your energy, not being at them trying to explain it to them, because they won't hear you. They won't hear you. They can't hear you. That's not the way the information is being transmitted to them. So again, being in your energy, doing your work, bringing your guidance, shining a light on the path for others, that is so important, because transferably in higher consciousness, the divine masculine gets that, feels guided, feels nurtured, feels all that stuff, and are moved, I believe this, to do healing work on themselves. They're not sure why, right? How many times when you first went down this road, did you feel like you really knew what was going on? You just felt called to do something? Or some things happen in your life. Jobs get lost, divorces happen, or positive, marriages happen, things move forward in a big way. But many times it's the pain that forces us to take a look at ourselves more closely. In the Scorpio new moon energy, Scorpio, Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, this is where we reassess. We look at our path, we look at what we're doing, we look at where we are, and we rethink it. That's why this moon was so important. That's why I even launched that other channel, because this is about taking more responsibility for where you are, but also owning it. I liked, somebody put on in the Empress Club, somebody put a really great meme up about owning it. I like it. When you own it, you are the high priestess. Okay? You are the high priestess when you own it. So the outcome here is tangible, will be tangible. There are tangible results from being in your work. King of Pentacles, King of Wands. So, are you not seeing that right now? Feeling trapped in a situation? You have this energy of Knight of Pentacles, Aquarian energy of seeing, the High Priestess of inner knowing. So the King of Wands is entrepreneurship. The King of Pentacles is really about stability, creating your stability, creating that from your knowing, creating your future life in a bigger pot. Okay? Right now, might be hard to see. But as we get into the Venus in Sagittarian energy, it's moved in November 1st. For the rest of this year, it is about following that North Star, making choices for yourself. Will it be easy? I doubt it. Because as the pot gets bigger, the challenges get bigger, okay? I'm going to use a different deck here to ask about the masculine in this. Let's just see about the rest of November. Divine masculine. Divine masculine. Hierophant. Star energy. 10 of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. Wow. Yes, they're doing their work too. So when they're done doing this, this is where they have been. The Seven of Cups, Hermit, and the Five of Cups. All right. They've already been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Don't need to do it again. All right. So as the Divine Masculine sees you in your Nine of Pentacles, are you single? Yes. Maybe. Okay. But whole. Confident. This is something that is an inspiration and a healing. Star energy is healing energy. All right. Focusing on what you want. They're focusing on what they want. Hierophant, that's connection, that's relationship, that is grounded and stable. Ten of Cups, that is the other card. The last card here in this reading. That is the other card of Twin Flame. Remember the Empress was this first card in this whole discussion, because we're talking about Venus and Sag. The last one. 10 of Cups. So this is the key for you, is to be in your power. Be in your power. Focus on what you need to do. Bringing your gifts into the world. So critical right now. So important. Finances and career. Very soon. Express your love. Getting to know each other. Going to ask one more thing while I'm sitting here. Because that says to me that you may have an opportunity here to have more conversation. Okay? The more you're walking your path, the more there is, yes, you've been waiting for a long time. Yes, Page of Wands. All right? Messages. Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, Page of Wands. Yes, messages. Messages of passion. You've been waiting for a long time. Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. But this reading is about you planting the seeds. Again, the gardening analogy. Planting the seeds, growing this under the earth. It's been growing for a long time. Whether you've known of it or not, one of the keys to this, which I find very interesting, is the need to manage and deal with your finances and career, and why that is coming up right now. Lots of things are being destabilized. Lots of institutions are being upended. And it's time for you to find your true work, your true path, and deal with your financial issues. So that when this does come together for you, whether it's now or it's in 2020, when you do that, you'll be able to be free of those kinds of constraints. Free. Okay? Not only that, but it's important that you are on your path of mission in order to in order to share that energy with your other, okay? With your other. They don't really know why they're doing what they're doing, but they're working on it. Okay, they're trying to figure out their confusion about what's going on in their life. Why are they feeling this pull? Why are they feeling all of the things they're feeling? The Venus energy in Sagittarius is going to bring them out of this gestation period into the light. Start. Into the light. Okay, my friends. There you go, my darlings. If you'd like to work with me, if you'd like to sign up to do the live course, and we are going to be doing more work with me in terms of spiritual mentoring and things along those lines. If you'd like the expanding your spiritual business or building your spiritual business is the starting point. If you'd like to go for the tarot class as the starting point, that's also below. But either way, all paths lead to bringing your work out into the world. And that is what my job is to help you do. All right, my darlings. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you. I hope this was important information for you. Have a wonderful day.